So one of the best decisions that I ever made in my life was dropping out of university. I didn't actually want to go to begin with because I just wasn't feeling it after starting my own business when I was 16. When I finished high school, I just wanted to keep on learning by providing value to the world in the tech industry and making money while I was doing it, and meeting lots of great people while I was doing it. But, you know, if you're, let's say, teenager watching this and you're deciding whether you should go to university, this video might offer some insights on what I think. Because, well, there's a lot of pressure that can be put on people, but I essentially believe that in a lot of cases, universities are a scam. And what I mean by that is that what they say, what people around you tell you you're going to get from it, you're not actually going to get from it. So why universities are a scam is the title of this video, a little bit of a clickbaity title, and I would actually preface that by they're a scam unless you are going into something like medicine or engineering or something where you know that there's an inexhaustible supply of jobs, that you need this these credentials to actually, this diploma to actually participate in. Like law would be a good example, being a doctor, an engineer, all that sort of stuff. Then it's not a scam. But in terms of like the humanities, and I actually majored in politics when I was in school. Yeah, pretty much a scam that will leave you in debt, lose lots of money, and get almost nothing from it. And actually probably like steal some of the best years from your life and the ability to, you know, develop in your own way. It will suck a lot of mental energy. So why did I drop out of university? Well, as I said, I was about 19 years old when I started, and I went for 1 year, and my parents had promised that if I went for 1 year and I didn't like it, they wouldn't force me to go again. They didn't actually force me, but I did lose a lot of respect for my parents actually when they continued to try to insist that I keep on going to university after I went for 1 year. But I just found the whole thing to be intellectually insulting, actually, to be a first-year university student, to my intelligence. It was insulting to my intelligence to be given this like really pedestrian and really rudimentary idea of politics when my own, you know, awareness about life, my own research on the internet really made it seem just irrelevant what they were teaching in first-year politics. And yeah, there was like some promise always that if you get a degree in political science, then you can go and become a diplomat and go down that path. Yeah, if you want to do that, that's fine. But I had this entrepreneurial drive. I had this unique way of viewing the world and the ability to do my own research. And this was in the year 2002, when the internet was just starting to become what we know today is the internet, and the endless knowledge that we can expose ourselves to on platforms like YouTube, where you're watching this right now. So, I mean, I'd say if you don't know what to do with your life and all you like to do is sit and watch TV and eat potato chips, then probably go to university. But if there's anything else you love doing and you're willing to work hard to do it, like my Computer Genius for Hire business, where I was fixing computers for homes and offices and meeting lots of people, making lots of money from the age of 16, and really developing my career that now earns me income greater than multiple times what I would be earning if I stayed in university and got some job, even if I stayed in Canada. I live in Serbia, one of the cheapest countries in Europe, and I enjoy a lifestyle that's amazing, spending a fraction of the money that I'm earning because I decided to become an entrepreneur. I decided to tell the people around me in my life that I don't give a fuck what you think and how you think the world works, and that going to university is the only way to succeed in life. I can see that there's another option for me, and that's technology, because I know how to work this shit. I know how to make things happen with computers, and none of you fucking boomers know how to do it. And so I'm gonna make money off you people and your ignorance and my natural, seemingly miraculous ability to work with technology. So that became my career. So if you have anything hands-on that you can do, like especially remotely while you're traveling the world, do that. And if you absolutely do have to go to university, go to Europe. because it's a lot cheaper in Europe than in North America, especially the United States, and you'll have a much more enriching culture. Go to another country is what I'm saying. Like, go to another country for university. Don't stay in your own country, because at the age of like at the age of 18 to 20 years old, you really should be exploring all sorts of different possibilities of life. If I ran a country, if I was the boss of a country, I would actually make it so that all of the citizens at the age of 18, unless they have like a older family member or other family members that are depending on them being there, they had to leave the country and not come back for 2 years. It's a little bit extreme, but I believe that that would give us a much more intelligent workforce, the ones who came back, and it would prepare our country for actually knowing what is the world and connect us to the world and bring prosperity like in all different ways to the country. So if you're about 18 or 20 years old, what you want to do is become as well-rounded a human being as possible. And that doesn't mean going in a class and studying and writing essays and stuff. It means traveling. It means trying different ways of gratifying yourself. Maybe it's through the arts, maybe through it's YouTube, making videos, maybe it's, there's so many different ways. Just find your passion, find your calling, and actually take it seriously. Be disciplined about it, and try to monetize it as well if you can. And even getting a job, if you really like, I don't know, beer, why not get a job as a brewmaster's assistant or something like that? If you really like music, why not start organizing gigs? If you want to be a music manager, start managing gigs for bands. There's lots of musicians. If you really want to be a musician, then you have to actually grind for your music. You need to write new songs, record new music, play gigs. You need to sing your songs to as many people as possible. This is what I did when I started. I started at 25 to take music seriously. And what seriously meant to me was like moving to Serbia, a place that inspired me, starting to work with local musicians that I could afford, working in the studio, finding members of, then after I got like a basically demo recorded here in Serbia, I flew to New York City and I played open mics every night for 1 month, going around all different neighborhoods of New York City and playing for random audiences of New Yorkers and learning how to perform to different rooms of people with my songs, with my charisma, developing all that, my stage presence and my way of punching through. And just then, getting members, training them how to play my songs, getting them in a van, going around Europe, touring, and just, you can't learn this stuff in school, folks. All the struggles of dealing with people, managing people, personality differences, tour logistics, all that stuff. You couldn't teach that in any sort of school. And these people who are in the school, the reason why it's a scam is the people who are in the school are paid to perpetuate the system that gets you to pay for the school, for the tuition. These professor people are just there. And if you're taking a business course, the business is actually the school that you're paying. And the person who's teaching you the business probably hasn't actually been successful themselves in business, and that's why it's ridiculous, the person who's teaching you in the music class probably isn't actually a well-known or successful musician. If you want to be a singer-songwriter, if you go to music school, you're not going to learn how to do that. Singer-songwriters are people who get out in the world and have experiences and get inspired by all these different, environments and people that they meet and stuff that they, and listening to other singer-songwriters. School can't teach you that. So university, most cases, is a scam, and you shouldn't do it. And if you do have to, go to another country. And otherwise, I'm all for self-learning. I'm all for being more intelligent than other people through your own research and your own discipline and all that sort of stuff. And well, I hope this was useful for you guys. University is a scam, or at least it was for me. It seemed like an absolute scam, absolute waste of time. Catch you guys later.